In BC, 1 out of 8 children live in poverty.
Right now, we're seeing a large gap between our middle class and our lower class, especially in the education system. This gap is only increasing as we get into middle school and high school. Beyond the Bell is an elementary school program for grades kindergarten to grade 5. It allows the students that are marginalized and vulnerable to be caught up in their literacy and mathematics in a fun way, as well as allowing them to discover their social skills in a positive environment.
I think the Beyond the Bell program, it's very important to bridge the gap between these kids that don't have the opportunities that some of the other kids do, and make them feel as important as the other kids, and give them some opportunities to succeed.
For many of the families we serve, they're letting us know that they are struggling financially. For many of them, they're living in poverty and are having trouble meeting their basic needs, such as food and housing. And so we're really trying to provide services that are barrier-free.
I don't think a lot of our families would be able to access it without offering it for free. I have several parents who have quoted saying that this is the moment that allows them to access childcare without having to take a dime out of their bucket.
And so we go in and we provide these services free of cost, and really trying to close the learning gap for many of those in our community.
Most of the students that we have referred to the alternative suspension are faced with all kinds of challenges, from socioeconomic challenges, and especially when they're faced with all kinds of different things at school. Regular suspension is primarily punitive, so we don't want to operate as a punitive program. We're more of a proactive or preventative program, where the student can come here, learn some social and emotional skills, reflect on some of the choices that they're making, improve their situation at school.
So for many of our participants, if there was a cost to the service, it would be choosing the cost of the service over a roof over their head and food on the table for their family.
So the success rate from alternative suspension is primarily in connection with the youth. If we can meet the youth where they're at and answer their needs, whatever that may be, it could be just somebody to speak with, it could be somebody to advocate for them with their parents and the schools, that will have a very, very significant positive impact on their lives.
So we know that 30% of high school dropouts do not join the workforce. And many of our dropout prevention programs, including YMCA Beyond the Bell, our Alternative to Suspension program, and our Young Parent program, ensure that they have the tools and the skills to stay in school and reach that graduation date.
My name's Hope. I found out I was pregnant at 16 after going through an addiction. I joined the program, which helped me overcome my addiction and go through my pregnancy and parenting my daughter. I'm now 19 with a 2-year-old, and I could not be any more thankful for the program. I think the community building aspect is a huge part of building my life up. The Young Parent program definitely helps you grow your confidence and your resources and the way that you can do things.
The Young Parent program is a community program, and it is operated by the YMCA, and it runs in partnership with School District 23.
So I think in our Young Parent program, the rise in the cost of living can be really challenging, and so we're really trying to support them with finding affordable housing, making those connections, and ensuring that they have the supports.
It's helped me in more ways than just community though. It's helped me find resources for food banks or rental support and such like that. In this economy, it was definitely hard to find a daycare, and this group helping me find a daycare made it possible so I could go to college and complete a college course so I could have a career. The Young Parent group definitely makes me feel welcome and like there's a safe space. So without it, I don't know where we would be.
19% of youth in the Okanagan have seriously contemplated suicide. We serve over 142 youth in our mental wellness programs, including our YMCA program.
And we are seeing a little bit more anxiety creeping across everyone. And where I like to think of this as for YMind is everybody has anxiety. It's actually a very normal thing, but the way in which we manage and care for it is the thing that we're looking to build skills towards in YMind. And really that normalization, demystifying anxiety is something that's natural and human. It's just our body responding and giving us messages, and it's what we do with those messages.
So we are seeing an increase in need in our programs.
In addition to that, we've also been seeing more and more folks identifying with anxiety. What we used to think of as mild to moderate is now creeping up toward that more moderate to severe. And in our programming, what that means is we're adapting to best serve our population as that kind of baseline changes.
Creating that sense of community is so important to carry that through, to carry that skill building, and to hopefully see long-lasting impact in the work that we're doing.
Our programs are completely free and accessible to all folks across SIBC. And what that means for us is that there's no barrier to entry. And what that means for our participants is there's no barrier other than showing up, and that's the bravest move you can take.
Each year, our YMCA Southern Interior BC serves over 20,000 children, youth, and families. And for a quarter of those, they live in poverty and would otherwise not be able to access the Y.
If we didn't get money from donors, families that are already economically challenged will have to source out and pay for these services. And it would have a drastic effect on a lot of the families that we have.
Generous donations to our YMCA Child and Youth Development programs allow us to grow and diversify the services and ensure we're meeting the needs of our community.